All right, so next what we want to do is basically it would be like I was saying, the front and the back legs. The issue that I have with going directly to that is that what you're going to notice is we want to basically, we'll just concentrate on the front legs here to start with. We want to have them, we want to look at the contacts as our main position. So like right here, you can see it like 7 or 8, we'll say, is when this front foot makes contact. And then at, we'll say, for 17 or 18, we'll say 18 is when the other leg makes contact, right? So we want to put them there. But you see, if we look at this, you can see there's no frames in there. So positioning is kind of hard because we don't know exactly where the position is. So before we actually go to do that, it's just going to make more sense to more or less in between what we have here and then go through and do that there. It'll just make it a little bit easier. So what we're going to do is um, we are going to basically look at the body, and I'm just going to do in betweens. So they should be pretty easy. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to turn on uh, this here. And so I'm going to animate this, let's say on twos to start with. So we have frame 1, so the next frame would be 3, and then we have 5. So this will actually work out kind of okay. We might slide this number 10 to a different spot just so that way it's on an odd number, so we don't have to animate as much. So we're just going to go to frame 3 here, and I'm just going to draw in between what I have. And so that's all you have to do. So I'm just going to basically draw like this. I'm just going to do one so you can see. I'm not going to make you watch all of it. Um, but so I'm just going to draw my circles first because that's a little bit easier to deal with. And we'll go like that. And then I'm going to look at my lines here. So this should be halfway between. And then like that. So it's got like a slight, and then this one is going to be basically like this. Okay, so if we turn this off, you can see, right? You can see how we just have now basically that there. And so I'm just going to go in between these as well. So it's a little bit tougher because 5 should be 7, and then it would be 9, and then this 10 one. But that does make it a little bit hard. So I might try and push 10 either forward or backwards here. Because otherwise we end up with a one frame. Because if I do, let's say 7 and then 9, then there's only one frame in between. So I'm going to, let's say, um, I'm going to push it. I'm just going to go ahead and push this drawing over to 9 to make it a little bit easier. That way I only have to do one in between. It'll just be easier. I'm going to put onion skinning back on. And then we're just going to do the same thing again. So I'm just going to draw my in-betweens. I'm going to pause this so you don't have to watch it. So I've got that in-between now, so you can kind of see. Go ahead and play. Okay, that's weird. Sometimes it just doesn't do the thing. So you can kind of see we got that going. So now I just need to do the second half here. So this one's on a 14, which again makes it kind of hard. So I either want to move it to the right or to the left, depending. I think what I'm going to do is move this one because this goes to 19. Let's move. Right now I've got what? One, two drawings in between. I'm going to move this one over one like that. And that way I can just do, again, one key in between. It'll make things a little bit easier um, for me here. Okay, so I'm going to do another drawing in between here. So you might need to slide them around because what I'm going to do is I'm animating on twos. I'm going to do it every 2 frames. So on frame 1, 3, 5, 7, on odds basically. So I end up forcing that one over. All right, so you can see I basically just drew halfway again in between those. And so we're just basically getting there. Now, the last one here, though, you're going to see I have to do 15 and 17. So instead of doing halfway in between, I'm now going to have to make some adjustments. So I'm going to go here, and then what we're going to do is I'm just going to favor one drawing over the other one. So in this case, I'm going to favor um, the the I'm gonna just click over here so I can see it. I'm gonna favor the green one. So just imagine you have to cut this into thirds, which is kind of difficult to do, but that's what we're gonna do. So I'm just gonna kind of go closer to the green here, and like so, closer to the green. Oops, this has got to go beyond that. It's the wrong direction. All right, so what you'll notice is doing thirds as opposed to halves is definitely a lot harder. Um, so when possible, try to do things as, halves, because you will definitely suffer the consequences. It's also a big no-no if you are um, now here I can just go halfway between now. A big no-no if you are a key animator. I'm just going to click over here to get rid of that. So now this will just have to be halfway between uh, because basically you're asking the in-between animator to be able to draw like halfway between, and that's just difficult for anybody. Or not halfway, I'm sorry, to draw a third of the way through, and that's just difficult to do. If you tell them to draw just halfway between the drawings, that's a lot easier, um, more or less, to follow than the other. So we're gonna go like that, so you can see like that, and then I'm just gonna turn this off, and we have this one, right? Yep. Okay. So now if I hit play, you can see that's what we have. Now, mind you, too, part of the reason why I favored and had these ones over here is because in actuality, this is only going to go to um uh what is it? It's only going to go to actually 15 or not 15, whatever. What's this one? 17. Sorry, it's actually going to go to 17 because 19 is actually just a repeat of the other drawing. So, oops, that's not what I meant to do. 17. So it's actually going to be more like this. So you can see it looks a little bit better. Um, that 19 isn't gonna actually be there. I just have it there because it's the same as frame one. So you can see it looks a lot more smooth. So now we have in between basically our body drawing, and you can kind of see, you get that kind of vibe, right? Like if we only had this could kind of look like something trying to crawl on the ground. I'm going to put this back to 19, but I just wanted you to see that because when we do 19, it's going to have a slight pause there because it's playing basically that frame twice. All right. So now we have that done. In the next one, we can actually start doing our legs because we'll be able to see where the actual position of those are.